Hello, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today in this video I want to show you how to make this card here that it kind of opens like a book, and so for a lack of a better term I'm going to call it a book card. I've got a couple samples here of two different ones that I've done. This purple one is the one I'm going to show you how to make today, so set these aside. And what I've got here is I've got two pieces of Perfect Plum cardstock, and they measure 4 1/4 by 5 across. Simply scored tool here, and I'm going to take both of these pieces and I'm going to score them at 4 1/2. Since the total width of the paper is 5, we're going to score them at 4 1/2. So I've got it on the board. Here's the 4 1/2 inch mark here, and then I'm just going to drag my stylus down. Get my other piece in there, 4 1/2 again, drag my stylus down. So now I have my front and back covers of my book. Alright, so here's, basically this will be our front, and I'm going to use a couple stamp sets to decorate it. I've got the Lacy and Lovely stamp set here, as well as the Around Array, and the Around Array is going to be in the new catalog, which will come out in June of 2013. But right now you can get it as a sneak peek item. You can buy it alone, or you can buy it with the new 7/8 scallop punch. You can buy them as a bundle. So I've chosen to start out with this stamp here from Lacy and Lovely. It's kind of a cool doily looking stamp, and I'm going to stamp it on the background. So I've got some Perfect Plum ink. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off one time, and then I'll stamp it onto the cardstock. And I'm just kind of doing this randomly. So here's the front, here's the back. So we're going to hook those two pieces together, and then I'm going to bring in my Stampin' piercing mat and my piercing tool, and I'll just jog those together. So I've jogged those together, and then I'm just going to find a point that's equal distance from the score line to the edge, and about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch from the top there. Do that again, equal distance from the score line to the edge, poke the hole in, and then I'm going to attach that together with our metallic brads, and there are a number of different colors in here. I think there's 4, and so I'm going to use the pewter, and so I've already pulled those out of the container so I didn't have to thumb around and look for them. I'll pull 2 of them off here, and we'll just get those right into the holes, and then we will secure them to the back. And whenever I use brads, I do like to give a little press to the top of that thing just to make sure that it's set nicely. Then I can open up my book, and I'm going to add a blank piece of Whisper White cardstock in there so that the person that receives it, either I can write a note to them or they can write a note, depending if it's one of my green cards that I give away for ordering through my online store. I've got a few of these that I'm going to be mailing out in May for my April orders. Okay, so we've got that done. Set that aside. And now I've just got some scraps of Whisper White cardstock here. And then I've got a few other stamps from the Lacy and Lovely set. I'm going to use this one here and this one along with the Hello Greeting. And then from the Around Array set, I'm going to use this stamp right here. So I've got my Perfect Plum already out. I'm going to ink up the largest circle, stamp that. And then I've also got some Elegant Eggplant ink. And I'm going to do a couple of these flowers, and then the little doily looking stamp from the Around Array. And then on this long skinny piece, I'm going to stamp the word hello. So Alright, I want to kind of do it in the middle because I need to trim the ends off. Oops. So there's our hello. Now I'm going to punch these flowers out, and I'm going to use my 1-inch circle punch here to do that. So I'll just kind of eyeball those inside there. There's one. And here's another 2. And for the larger circle, I've got my 1 3/8 inch circle punch. Get that in there. Punch that out. And then for this little guy, we've got the coordinating 7/8 inch scallop that's going to punch this out really nicely for us. Get that lined up. Okay. Then in our little hello banner here, I got some paper snips, and I like to do this for my banners. I like to snip straight up the center and then come in from each corner. And now I know that you can use a square punch, but I just I really like this method, so this is the way I'm going to do it. And this is going to be a little long for what we need today, so we're going to trim that off. So we've got the front of our book card here. Grab the snail and just add a little bit of snail to the back of this little guy. And then we'll just kind of set that on like so. Make sure it's even. Then for this little flower, I am going to just add that to the inside of my card. Have a little decoration in there. And then for these 2 pieces here, I'm going to actually attach them together with my snail. So I'm just going to kind of center that. I'm going to pierce a hole right in the middle there with my piercing tool and my mat again. And then I'm going to pull in another one of those brads that I took out of the metallic brad set. And again, I'm just going to press that onto the table so that it sets. And then my last little flower here, same thing. Poke a hole right in the middle. Grab that last brad. And we'll get that in there. And again, press it onto the table. So I'm going to add some dimensionals to these little guys. Peel the backing papers off. And then those are just going to kind of go right here on the edge. And then there you have it. You have a cute little note card, and because it's 5 by 4 1/4, it will fit in our regular medium-size envelopes. Thank you so much for watching my video. You can buy your stamping supplies at shoppingwithbarb.com. Be sure to check out my blog for updates, and look for me on Facebook. Thanks.